Been so long since we made coconut toffee. It used to feature regularly on all the birthday party tables, and typically it was like pink and green, and it was a real hit with everyone. Pushpanti gave me this recipe, and it's something that everyone absolutely loved. So we thought today we'll just make a little. So I'm just going to show you what and what goes into it. I have 3 cups of fresh grated coconut. I have 2.5 cups of sugar, and I have 1 cup of milk. I have the juice of 1 tiny lime. I have 1.5 teaspoons of butter, and I have, of course, the color. You're welcome to use whatever. We typically had pink and green. And then I have a pinch of salt. And it really needs to be cooked in a heavy bottom pan. And you first put in the coconut and the sugar and the milk and stir all of it for a little till the liquid kind of absorbs, probably about 15-20 minutes, I would say. When you really can't stir anymore, then it's time to act quickly. Then you have to add in the butter, the lime, the salt. I like a pinch of salt in any of these sweet things, gives a lovely tinge and brings out all the other flavors. And then you add whatever color you want and put it onto a greased tray. And when it's cool, you cut it. So that's what. So let's start cooking the coconut, the sugar, and the milk. So this is what it looks like. You really, at this stage, it's okay if you just give it a bit of a break as you're stirring. But as the milk evaporates and stuff, then you really need to keep going and keep the flame on sim at that time and keep going. Then you know when you just can't stir anymore, then stop and add all of the butter and the lime and all that stuff, okay? There we are. It's getting like really hard to stir, so I think we are good. And it's about time I add all of this. That's the butter, the lime, the salt, and all of it has gone in. And I'm just going to quickly give all of this a stir. And I'm just going to add the green coloring today, but you want to make 2 different colors, just move a little of this into another bowl and you can add whatever color, and then you'll have 2 colors and put them on separate plates. So this is good, and I'm just going to make green. So maybe 1, 2 drops. Let's see how it turns out. There it is, our yummy coconut toffee. Make sure you scrape the pan very well. You don't want to lose any of it. And I'm just going to cool it. It's an 8 by 9.5 pan that was made specially for me by a very old friend of mine called Prabharan. He's unforgettable. He made whatever I wanted, all the size pans I wanted. He did it for me. With a lot of grumbling, of course, but he did. And this is the timer. I think I kept it for 15 minutes and I think it was perfect. When it went off, I kind of knocked the stove off and mixed all the stuff, and it was good. So when it's really cool, I'll cut it and show it to you. So there it is. I actually made the squares when it was still slightly warm, because when it's cold, it tends to break up. So it's good to make the squares just a little cut halfway, and then you can cut totally when it's nice and cool, and really let it cool nicely before you put in the box. I always keep it in the fridge, that way it lasts a lot longer. And when you have the sweet craving after lunch, you know exactly what to pick up and have a yummy piece of coconut toffee.